some of the connections or some of the stories that link you to somebody else, and automatically they will link that somebody to you. Those associations are called neuro-associative conditioning, which is what Robbins called it, but we know it as neuro-linguistic programming. That is the common name. If you associate yourself with somebody in power, then you earn the right to be able to speak about that somebody. Give you an example. How many people have met Lee Kuan Yew? Raise your hands. Good. Was it intimidating for you as it was for me? Scary, wasn't it? Did you meet him in a group or like me, alone? In a group. How many people met him alone? Okay, was that for security reasons, and we won't go into detail about that?
Yes.
Okay. And then so as a result, you may be sitting there watching and talking to him and so on and so forth. Some of you may even been his guards. And if you are his guards, there are parts of the time when you have to turn your back and you're not allowed to see what he is doing, or you're not supposed to, especially when he's working out, exercising, and all those other things as well. The reason I met him is not because I wanted to see him per se, because the times that I wanted to see him, I wanted to interview him because I want to know the man who runs this country. I love the mind that manufactured and created all of this. Security, prosperity, all these things that you have. The world is in recession and you're living in a bubble called Singapore that is tied to nothing else except the policies of the people that run this country with surplus cash. And you have a lot of things that will tide you through. You will not suffer as much as the rest of the world is now currently suffering. I was back in Chicago 2 months ago, and let me tell you, the businesses that I thought were going to stay around, mom and pop operations. I'm not talking about the major big boys. I'm talking about mom and pop operations for the last 36 years, 20 years. We're doing quite well. Corner stores, you know, selling little deli items and food and things like this. Small little restaurants, you know, no bigger than the size of this, with, you know, diners. We call them little diners with little chairs on the side. Had to shut down. All over the place, people were shutting down. And people are out of jobs. One job advertisement would have people running through 400, 500 people in a line that crosses the neighborhood. My God, it is going to be so much worse. So I had a chance to meet him, not because he called me, which is scary enough. I said, okay, this is it. This is the last visit before St. John's Island. Or whatever that island is. Past Kusu Island, they don't even hear it. I think they put all the wonderful people who have opinions and stuff here. And so, and I think it's right next to the islands where they practice dropping the bombs. And that's called re-education. It's a little bit. And by the way, re-education, the Latin word for re-education, do you know what that Latin word is? Anyone? It's called therapy. Therapy is a Latin word that comes from the meaning re-educate. That's what we do in therapy. We re-educate your mind and how you feel and how you think. Good that you're putting on your coat, just to let you know, it is cold in here, it's going to get colder. Those of you who've had trainings with me, just know that I keep it at the same temperature that Lee Kuan Yew keeps his house and his office. And if you ever come to his house and work in his office, he always has a blazer on, so do everybody as well. And have a coat or something else on as well. He believes that your mind is more effective, much faster, when it is much cooler. Around 18 degrees, 19 degrees or so, which is what we will keep it. Except for here, this area is 16. Yeah, 16, because this is where all the heat is. So I had a chance to meet